Dear Carter, can you help me solve this math problem?
Hey guys, so I've been getting this one math problem being sent to me over and over by many people. Some of you are saying it's for some math file or something. Anyway, I don't know why you guys keep sending me this one problem. I mean, it's not even that hard. I'm just gonna put an end to this question once and for all. So, it all starts out with high jumping. In fact, we have two clues from high jumping. The first is the quadriceps femoris, also known as the quadriceps extensor, the very muscle located on the front thigh that is involved in high jumping. This is one of the main muscles high jumpers use whenever they jump. And what word does quadricep have in it? The word quad, like a quadratic function. A quadratic function is written in the form fx equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are numbers and where a does not equal to 0. We now know that quadratic functions are associated with the quads. It literally has the word quad in it. However, it doesn't stop there. We still have a second clue from high jumping, which is the abs. In a quadratic function, the graph is a curve called a parabola. Parabolas may open upward or downward and vary in width or steepness, but they all have the same basic U-shape, a U-shape. Because there is a negative sign before the coefficient, we can take the U-shape and flip it. Now, if we take a diagram of a human body and take that same flipped U, where does it connect? It connects at the abs. Parabola, more like pair of abs I love. But what do abs have to do with graphs? If you have defined abs, it looks like a small grid, just like a graph. Now that we've covered the basics, it's time to solve this problem. The problem is displayed using an equation h equals negative 2t squared plus 8t, which represents the height and time of the Olympic high jumper. But what are we missing? We're missing time and height. So how do we find these? It's simple. It's written all over the problem. Think about it. We have the two numbers, negative 2 and 8. If we take those two numbers and add them, we get 6, like a 6-pack.
So we have a 2x3 grid with a 6-pack.
However, we still have the two t's in the exponent 2. A t is pretty much two little horizontal lines connected to a big vertical line. If we have two t's though, we have two big vertical lines with four little horizontal lines. If we rearrange these lines, we can create a stick-figure body. However, we're missing one important thing. That's the head. The average height of a human is about 5 feet and 10 inches. The average height for the human head is about 9.4 inches. If we take 5 feet and 10 inches and convert that into inches, we get a total of 70 inches. If we subtract that number by 9.4 inches, we get 60.6 inches. Since we still have the exponent 2, we can take 60.6 and square it. That leaves us with the number 3,672.36. If we look at the number, we can see that there's a dot between 3,672 and 36. Dots in math sometimes mean multiplication, and if we multiply 3,672 and 36, we get the number 132,192.
If we bring back the 2x3 grid we mentioned earlier with the 6-pack,
we can use this number in the grid to plot points. By splitting apart the number into ordered pairs, we can get the three ordered pairs, 1, 3, 2, 1, and 9, 2.
The first two pairs can be placed inside of our 2x3 grid except
9, 2.
What we can do is we can take 8 more of these 2x3 grids and place them side by side to make a bigger grid.
If we plot these points, we get this line that looks somewhat like a hockey stick. However, this problem isn't talking about hockey. We're talking about high jumping. Now, what can this line represent in terms of high jumping? If we flip the line around, it looks like part of Cuba. Now, here's the best part. Now, if we take our hockey stick shaped line, we can see that it lines up with the 9 provinces right here. The point 9, 2 is this point right here. This is the Matanzas province, the exact location where world record high jumper Javier Sotomayor was born. On the 27th of July 1993, Javier Sotomayor set the world record high jump of 2.45 meters. That's about 8 feet. So now we have our height for our problem. The height is 8 feet. However, we're still missing one thing. That's the time. Now, if we take the video of Javier Sotomayor during his jump, we can see that he takes literally 2 seconds to reach the top of the bar. And so we have it. the time is 2 seconds, and the height is 8 feet.
Do you seriously think that's the right answer? That's completely wrong. That's not even how you do it.
Excuse me?
The only thing you got right about quadratic functions were the definitions. And a parabola is not a pair of abs I love. That's just a stupid pun. A parabola is the U-shaped line that curves through a graph of a quadratic function. It's a plane curve, which is mirror symmetrical.
That still doesn't prove I'm wrong.
I'll prove it right now. That's how it's done. All you need to do is find the vertex. The vertex is the maximum or minimum point of the parabola in a quadratic function. In this case, the vertex is the maximum point. So first what you want to do is take the equation of the axis of symmetry, which is t equals negative b over 2a. After we plug in the values from the original equation, we get t is equal to negative 8 over 2 times negative 2, which simplifies down into 2, which is actually the x-coordinate of the vertex. In order to find the y-coordinate of the vertex, we have to plug the x into the original equation, which is h equals to negative 2t squared plus 8t. After we plug in this value, we get h is equal to negative 2 times 2 squared plus 8 times 2. That all simplifies down into h equals 8, which is the y-coordinate of the vertex. This means that the vertex is 2, 8, and the time is equal to 2 seconds, and the height is equal to 8 feet. That's how it's done. You weren't even listening.
Oh no, I totally understand what you mean. Wait a minute. I knew you couldn't prove I got it wrong. That's the same answer I got.
Wait, what? No, shut up, Carter.
Yeetie!